Guess who's been Zach? It's your boy Marcus. I just want to thank everyone for coming in and continue to support me and watching the videos as I get this message out there. I will try to at least get a video, at least one video 1 week or every 2 weeks. Try to post something new. And like as I continue to do this, I'll try to get better. This is just all a learning process. Getting behind the camera and trying to get comfortable is still all new to me, but I just want to thank everyone's support. So this episode is going to talk about other health issues. So there were other health issues that I was having during this time of kidney failure, which got me to the point where I am now. It really stemmed back to when I was going through kidney failure and doing dialysis. I was doing what they call peritoneal dialysis, which is dialysis through your stomach. You have a catheter that comes out of your stomach and it pumps fluid. Well, while doing so, I wasn't really sleeping well. Let me back up and say I wasn't sleeping well for a very long time in my life. I used to have restless nights and I had a hard time sleeping, and my mind would just wander, and I just had a lot of things on my mind. But while doing peritoneal dialysis, I was not sleeping well at all. Partially was because the amount of fluid that was being put into my stomach, as well as I come to find out that I have sleep apnea, which I don't know the whole scientific, and I probably should have looked it up too. But what it does is, like, when you're sleeping, people usually snore, and what happens is while you're sleeping, you're not getting oxygen to your brain, and so you're waking up more often. You're not getting what they call REM on your sleep to get the feel fully rested and get a good night's sleep. So while doing that process, they were doing sleep labs on me, and the doctor at the time was saying, like, my breathing was just terrible. She was saying, like, something's going on. She doesn't know why my charts are just terrible as sleeping at night with a sleep apnea test. So she referred me to get an echocardiogram. And by doing so, what they did was they kind of checked to see the heart and what's going on with the heart. By doing so, we found out I had fluid around my heart. So originally in around August/September, end of August, September of 2018, I went in to get what they call a pericardial infusion. And what that is where they put a nice, really long needle into the sac of your heart and then draw, and try to drain out the fluid that's around your heart. When I went into the procedure, they ended up saying that I had 1.5 liters of fluid around my heart, which at that time they said was pretty insane. Most people go in on as a stretcher. I somehow was able to walk in. Well, at least that's what they found out with the echocardiogram, was that I had fluid, and then they had to do this procedure. And while doing the procedure, we go through it. I'm there for a couple of days, and then we switch out from doing peritoneal dialysis to hemodialysis, which is more through their blood. They ended up putting a catheter in my chest, right here, and that's how we started doing my dialysis. I ended up being in the hospital for 4 days because originally when we were doing the procedure, I also had low hemoglobin or low blood count. And what happens is when you have kidney failure, you tend to become anemic, and that means that your blood levels drop and you're cold all the time. And when they were doing the procedure, they couldn't do anything if my blood levels were at a certain level. And mine at that time was at 6.2, which was extremely low. So I had to do a blood transfusion to get up to acceptable level. So I originally went in at like 8 a.m. and then we waited until about 5 p.m. and we finally did the procedure. Remind you, I couldn't eat majority of the day, so I was hungry. It was actually funny. The nurse had brought out some food, around like 2 or 3, and then they found out they're gonna do the procedure at 5. So right when I was about to eat, she literally just took the plate away. I was like, "Oh, you can't eat." So I was I was pretty upset. But a couple of days later, after I got out of the hospital around on a Sunday. And people come in and check up on me on a Sunday. Had the Monday off to do my first full day at a dialysis center with hemodialysis, and on a Tuesday we went in to do just a checkup to see what's going on, and they said that I had 950 milliliters of fluid around my heart. So in about 5-6 days, 950 milliliters of fluid came back into the sac around your heart. So they rushed me to go back into the hospital, and while doing that too, they said I had this mass around my heart that they were unaware of, or not unaware of, but they didn't know what it was. And so while doing the mass, they are looking at the procedures. They said, "Hey, we're gonna have to take you to Mercy Hospital to get an open heart surgery to remove this mass." At the time I was, I guess I was like to the point where I was scared, but then I just kind of gave up on it because I felt like it was just something I had to do in order for me to continue to move on and get healthier. So I just felt like I had to do it, there was no reason for me not to do it. Excuse me. So we go in and then we do open heart surgery, and it was not a mass, it was an aneurysm around my blood vessel. So that was a pretty painful experience, waking up with a tube down your throat and trying to breathe through the tube, especially when you're scared or you feel like you can't breathe. I was hospitalized for about a week and a half and out of work for 3 months because it takes a very long time to heal from open heart surgery. They said that my heart's good, but it was just that aneurysm that could have been very deadly. While doing so, though, it really did change some of my outlook in life. Before then, I was really upset about my situation, and sometimes I still am. But I guess I just kind of learned how to let go of things I can't control during that time. Now, granted, I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm perfect. I still get nervous and frustrated about certain things in my life, and but overall, it just, I let go of certain fears, and I'm continuing to work on getting better at letting go of fears and whatnot. But yeah, those issues were very, very scary for my family. Definitely my mom. Nobody wants to see their kid going through all this health issues, and with every parent, or most people, they have this fear that you're gonna die, and at the end of the day, you can't control that time, but it was tough, and at the time, that was when I got a lot of support from a lot of friends and family and loved ones. I had a lot of people who came visit me, even when I was recovering at my mom's house, or came to the hospital and checked up on me. A lot of friends I expected, and some I didn't. And some of the people I didn't, it became a blessing because we became closer, and I'm just appreciative. My cousin even flew out from LA to come out. He's a busy pastor out there in the LA area, and he came out to check up on me, and that meant a lot. And also my cousin from San Diego flew out. So a lot of that meant a lot, and it was a very scary and tough time, but I'm feeling way better than I ever did. The fluid's out, my heart's in a better physically and mentally, my heart's in a better place, and the dialysis is helping me. I still get tired, but I'm just thankful. And I'm just thankful for everybody who tunes in and shows support. I just want to say thank you, and love you all.